Alright, so are we ready?
Yeah.
Should we avoid looking at the camera or should just do one big... Oh, wait a second.
3, 2,
That's gonna
1,
fuck it up.
clap. Okay.
Alright, use one of those.
We're gonna use one of those claps for our clapperboards. Anyway, so I am gamer Christian. Here with me, I've got gamer Matthew, gamer Sam, and gamer Peter. And we're here to talk about a little movie that just came out yesterday. That's all about alpha gamers rising up against their beta cuck oppressors. It's a little film that I'm sure went under the radar just a bit, but I feel like it's worth the watch. It's called Joker. I really enjoyed this independent, tiny film that was released just yesterday. So
We didn't get shot.
No.
That's good.
Yeah. Despite everyone being like, oh, there's going to be shootings at like every theater. And
We have what, 2 or 3 cops in ours?
I feel like there was more than that.
Well, yeah, there's probably some undercover.
You could only
ones.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so ridiculous.
I feel like there's definitely some undercover cops.
That had to be a thing.
I've never seen so many cops in a theater at once.
I've never seen them check people's bags.
I've never seen a
or
single-
IDs.
Yeah.
Or try IDs.
Yeah, I've never had anyone check my ID at a theater either. But
I have actually.
really?
It was in chapter 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, I have had people check my ID for a movie. This reminds me back whenever the Nikki's Alpha Squad took their trip to San Antonio a couple years ago, and we went to go see Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
And I had already pre-ordered tickets for the
Excellent
IMAX
movie.
showing or whatever. And the guy, we had to park in a parking garage that was about a 10-minute walk away from the theater because there's construction going on all around the mall that we were seeing it at. And so we had to walk this 10-minute walk and everything. And so we finally get there. We're sweating because it's super hot outside. And we get to the ticket counter, and there's like 3 people in front of us. 2 people are together in a group, and then there's one guy, and then there's us 4. It was me, John Wilson, and Caden. And Cartwright, not Kirby. And we're like, okay, yeah, just 3 people, that's fine. We're pressing it a little bit on time, but it's all right. We'll get through this.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's taking forever at the ticket booth. It took him genuinely almost 20 minutes to get through those 3 people, and then we finally get up there. And we all have our ID, but Alyssa had left her wallet in her car, and so she didn't have her ID. And the dude's like, okay, well, I'm going to need to see your IDs and everything. We're like, well,
We bought the tickets.
I'm like, well, I'm 19 at the time, I think is what it was. I'm like, I'm 19. John's 18, Caden's 18, Alyssa is at our age and everything. And so we're like, well, she obviously doesn't look like a little young teenager, so can't you just let us get through right now? And he's like, no, we need the ID. And so we're kind of going back and forth with them for like a couple minutes, and Alyssa is getting pissed off.
I would be too.
She's furious. So she just kind of storms out, and she's like, whatever, fine, I'll get the ID. And so we walk with her to go grab the ID from her car, and then we walk all the way back. And by then our movie's already started, so I'm like, okay, screw it. I'm just gonna buy the next showing. And so on the bright side, the guy was like, well, since you guys already had your tickets pre-ordered and everything, I'll just bump you up to the next showing and everything. So we're like, okay, cool. There's one good thing that this guy has done working.
Yeah.
But there was just too much of a hassle getting that movie. But that's the first time I ever got ID'd for a movie. Long story.
I've gone to plenty of movies under the age of 17, like rated R movies that I just bought tickets for.
Most
Right.
people
Just
now,
let you in.
I've seen The Revenant, and that's a pretty hard R, I'd say. Like that's kind of graphic.
Pretty
Yeah,
hard.
and that came out whenever I was like, what was it? I was 16, I think. I don't remember how old I was, but the thing is, I got in there. They didn't ID me.
I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, it was really good. I love it. It's great. But anyway, so we're getting off topic already.
Joker.
Yeah,
did
so
you even tell them the name of our podcast?
it's Real Talk. It's in the title.
Okay.
But anyway, so we're here to talk about the Jamper.
Yes.
So what were your guys' initial thoughts going into the movie?
Oh, I knew nothing about it.
You knew
I've seen the trailer once.
I had pretty high expectations.
I had pretty high expectations too.
I had
And
low.
met all of them.
Oh, and you had low expectations?
I had low expectations until I saw Your Movie Sucks review, and he came out with a 7 out of 10. He's typically pretty harsh when it comes to movies, and I was like, Joker, a DC supervillain movie, was a 7 out of 10. I'm sure it's great.
Yeah, really? Okay.
I first saw the screenshots or the pictures of them starting the filming of this. Like it was Joaquin Phoenix in the street with the makeup on.
Yeah.
So there's no way this is a real thing. This is like a fan project or something.
No, I feel that. I did think that the look was a little off whenever I first saw it for the first time, like in all those set pictures. Which I do appreciate that they took professional set pictures instead of just letting paparazzi take awful pictures. It's kind of the purpose why they did all those like really nice looking photos and everything. It's because they're like, well, we don't want paparazzi taking pictures that make our movie look bad and everything. And so, I thought the makeup was a little but like, I don't know, I feel like after watching the movie, it definitely fits the tone of the film and everything like that.
For sure.
Like, there's some creepy shots of Joaquin Phoenix in that
done
movie.
so well.
Yeah.
On his back and his.
Yeah, exactly. Right. How his ribs are.
Oh,
constantly
spoiler
sticking out.
warning.
There's a big spoiler warning.
Lots of
for
spoilers.
this. Yeah, for all these things that we're
Spoiler
talking
warning.
about.
Joaquin Phoenix's back is very sexy.
Yeah, every one of his
He
vertebrae.
actually lost weight for it.
50
too.
pounds, I think, is what
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
Holy shit,
The
guys.
shots of him walking up and down the stairs and everything, like walking
What
up
did
the
he
stairs.
do to lose all that weight? Just stop eating?
I didn't.
I don't know.
I didn't see him
I'm sure it's a very minimalist.
It was
diet.
that whole Jimmy Kimmel giving him crap thing. That
I saw that thing. It wasn't real though. It was just a publicity thing, just to get people to talk about the movie. Oh, Joaquin Phoenix freaked out on a crew member. I mean, if you look at what he's saying, it like makes no sense. He's like, what was it that he's saying? It's like, I don't even remember. But it's,
viral marketing. That's
It was
such a-
the fact that Jimmy Kimmel tried to embarrass him or something.
well, that was the entire setup
Yeah.
of the thing. I don't know if you know much about Joaquin Phoenix's press interviews and everything, but he gives the weirdest, most awkward interviews.
Really?
Yeah, it's just
notorious for this.
It's just to make, pretty much to bring in more publicity, essentially. There was an entire interview where he said he was going to retire from acting, start a rap career, and before this movie was even announced, it was all for a movie that he was making. I don't remember what it was called, but yeah, it was all for a movie that he was
He
making.
does this with every movie.
I guess so, yeah. But he's like notorious for like giving really uncomfortable interviews that are just really awkward to sit through. So it was, I mean, talk shows and everything, it's all staged. They're not going to show off anything that they don't want to show. They go through several run-throughs of it and everything. So yeah, so that was all staged. It wasn't an actual thing. But I thought he did a great job in the role. I remember what I was going to say with the stairs. I guess it was like really difficult for him to walk up the stairs because of how much weight that he lost and everything. The shot of him going
I
up
can't
those
imagine that
stairs.
being very healthy.
No, I don't think it would be either.
50 pounds that fast.
Yeah, and I know they had to reshoot a couple scenes because he, for the reshoot period, he wasn't able to get back down to the minimum weight that he had during the initial shoot. Because obviously you do the initial shoot, a couple weeks or a month go by or whatever, and then they're like, oh, well, here's in the editing bay, we see what we need to fix up, so we need to do this reshoot. And so that's where those rewrites come in and everything, is they had to kind of rework scenes, as far as I'm aware, because of the whole body weight issue and everything, because he wasn't able to get back down to that initial body weight for the principal shoot.
Yeah, I can't imagine that being easy.
No, I don't think it would be. But I think he did a great job in the performance and everything. One of my favorite things about it. Hi, Brandon. He was Snapchatting us.
Is he?
Yeah, he was. But one of my favorite things about him is like the laugh. It always looks like he's in pain whenever he's laughing.
Oh yeah, the way he like stops, it's like he's trying to
Grabs
stop,
his
like he doesn't
stomach.
want to.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if you watch the videos of like the actual
It almost
people.
looks like he's crying. when he's laughing.
Right, exactly. Like it looks like it's actually something
I
that
can
hurts
imagine
somebody.
how difficult that would be to do, to make it look like you're laughing.
And
you
also
don't want to
genuine
laugh.
fake
Yeah.
laughter too.
That was-
Constant-
It's like it didn't sound like a
God.
like
It didn't
forced
sound-
out
it sound
laugh or
fake.
anything.
It was-
Yeah, it sounded like an actual like
It
laugh.
sound, yeah.
And then he tries to like stop and you go,
Yeah, he's like gasping for breath. It's like hurting him.
that was impressive.
Yeah, there's some pretty good stuff in there.
Very convincing.
Yeah, honestly, I really, really enjoyed it. So I know there's like a lot of ideas about the movie that it's like, does any of this even happen?
Oh yeah, what was
Essentially.
real, what was fake?
Yeah, exactly.
I was so lost here. I was like, I couldn't tell. I thought the part with him and the girl was real,
Oh, I knew for a fact. I knew.
but then
whenever
I
that
also thought it was off because
Oh,
I thought it was
weird.
fishy, and then they
Yeah.
explained it. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't like the cut back to the moments.
I
when
wish they
together.
didn't do that. I wish it was just kind of like that line
It
was
lets you
like,
just
your
pick-
name's Arthur, right? You live in the apartment.
They just
complex."
left it there.
That would have been perfect, I
Yeah.
think. But yeah, I don't think we really need the Fight Club jump away,
Took it away.
where Tyler's beating himself up and
Oh
whatnot.
yeah.
I don't mind it.
You didn't mind that at all?
I didn't mind it. I have no opinion. I don't mind it.
I thought that was just like a little too much. Just to be like, oh, here it's not real and everything.
But-
like I feel like they did a good job with that first one, where it's like, oh, he was in the crowd of the talk show
show?
host. Yeah,
Yeah.
Murray's talk show.
Oh yeah, he was able to visualize.
Yeah, and everything, and then it just kind of
that
goes
was
back into
that
the
was
same
an obvious.
stuff.
That one was obvious that it was in a
Yeah, and I feel like that was just that was the most obvious one because it was like, hey, this is a show you like what you're seeing
And right
might
before and
not
after,
be
he's
true.
sitting on
And
the
it
bed.
characterized him so well. Like
It
that
did.
development of him, that was one of my favorite parts.
What I like is that they don't try to justify why he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like
They just
showing
show it.
he's just getting pushed
Yeah.
and pushed and everything. And I don't know. I feel like the movie kind of presents more of a bigger discussion to be more like that it's not trying to be like, oh well, here's why this guy's doing all these terrible things. This is why you should feel sympathy for him. I feel like it's more of like, well, this guy's getting pushed around. I mean, there's people with actual problems and everything. So if you're just kind of ignoring these people who are essentially like crying out for help, are you any better than the terrible actions that they might feel that they're pushed to commit and everything? So I don't know. I feel like the movie kind of opens up a lot of interesting discussions about that without necessarily being like, oh, feel bad for this guy who's doing all these awful things.
It's not trying to prove a point. It's just showing something.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And so I feel like from them just kind of doing that, it opens the door for a lot of interesting.
It also showed him
conversations.
fantasizing when Murray said, "I'd do anything to have. I'd give all this up to have a son like you."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I kind of was like, okay, this is definitely where
Yeah.
it's for sure.
Where he's looking up to him and
hallucination.
all that, and then he realizes later on that
He's just as terrible as everyone else.
it's just as
Yeah.
bad.
For the
Yeah.
most part, I think the movie did a great part with show don't tell, except for that little cutaway.
Yeah, for sure.
Like him handing the laughter card. They explained that the way they fit that in. That was very impressive.
Yeah, I thought, because I feel like that'd be an actual thing that people, like, I know people give narcolepsy cards to people
yeah.
and everything like that for if they like fall asleep or something. So I thought that was a pretty good way to convey that information without necessarily being like, oh, well, I have a medical condition that I've had
Exactly.
since I was a little kid, blah, 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 blah,
Exactly.
and everything. So I thought they fit that
It was a
in
good way to
pretty
get the point across.
well. Exactly, yeah.
That bus scene was very uncomfortable and well done too.
Yeah.
I like the shots of him driving around. Those were gorgeous.
Yeah, with his head like in the window and everything.
Or
for
just
sure.
in the police car, like all those.
It
The
reminds
police car
me-
shot was really, really nice.
It reminded me of Dark Knight.
Where he's sticking his head out the window.
Oh,
They
yeah.
had a shot like that in
That's my
Dark
favorite
Knight.
shot in that entire movie right there.
It's a good shot.
It's wonderful.
Where
I
he's
love how the
driving
music
around
kind of like
in the
mutes
police car
out and
and stuff,
everything,
yeah.
and the audio kind of cuts out, and it's him in the moment and everything.
Joker is just one of the best written villains.
For real, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's Suicide Squad. Then.
Ooh, yeah, we don't talk about.
We don't want to.
Yeah.
Look at this hunka. You know, for my senior year for the Halloween Spirit Day, I dressed up as Jared Leto's Joker and everything. Like I did the whole like let's get rid of the eyebrows and
I
everything.
think I
like that.
remember
what
that.
year?
That was my senior year.
I think I
Really?
remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I
remember?
do remember it.
Yeah, remember? I won the Spirit Day
Yeah,
contest for that.
really-
Yeah, every cheerleader came up to me like, "What's your name? I'm gonna put you down for the vote thing or whatever." Like, so yeah, I
Girls.
No, it wasn't like that, but I really wasn't expecting.
Boner.
It's Mr. J.
Christian
No.
J.
Yeah, oh my god, that'd be perfect. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, I won that Spirit Day, so that's fun. I got candy out of that. They gave me a Halloween candy bag. It was fun.
That was fun.
I got to go down there. I did a little dance. It was like everyone's looking up to me at the end of Joker.
Oh, really?
No, not really.
Do gamers rise up?
Yeah, gamers rise up. Let's
Yeah, when
let's-
they put Joker on the car and then he started rising up.
That's all I
It's like
can think of.
gamers
Yeah.
rise up.
right,
It was
literally.
great, yeah.
The stand up against the beta compressors.
Then you're like, was his mom even real?
See, what I like is the entire ending with the talk show. I really, really love that scene. But
Oh
I'm
my
just thinking
God, that was so
that's the
great.
biggest question I have in the movie. Was any of that real? Because if you think about it, any good thing that happens to him in that movie was just kind of in his head.
I think
essentially.
definitely some parts. were
I
real.
feel like I'm not sure because it's like did he actually kill Murray and whatnot or
I don't know about that.
See, yeah, I feel like he didn't, or at least that's
Did
my
he even
interpretation
hit
of
on
it.
Murray?
You just don't even.
I don't think that he did, because I feel like essentially he was just kind of taken in, and this is his whole like fever.
Because right
dream of,
before the
like,
Murray called, he got into a fridge and he just saw nothing after that. Like he took everything out of the fridge and he got into it.
he froze in there.
Yeah, and then after
That fridge scene was kind of weird.
he got into the fridge and then it
Fridge
cuts to him
time.
in the living
Yeah,
It's
room.
fridge time.
Because Joker's gone crazy. Let's throw him in a fridge.
It cuts
He
to
was
him in the
inspired by
living
Indiana
room.
Jones and the Kingdom.
That's what I was. Yeah.
That's what I think anytime I see
Yeah.
someone going.
Because
to a
right after he gets in the fridge, then they call and all that happens. So do you think he thought of that while he was in the fridge and just died in the fridge?
I don't think he died.
I don't
in the
think he
fridge,
died
no.
in the
Like,
fridge.
I feel like
That's
a lot of the
strange.
movie was. I feel like him killing the 3 people on the subway train. I feel like that's real.
I do too.
I feel like that's an actual thing, but I feel like all the
The
writing
writing
that
thing.
starts right after that,
The
I feel
Murray
like
thing
that's
was
not real.
so like his character in the movie isn't that well spoken up until that point.
Murray?
No,
Or you mean
Joker.
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like whenever he goes out on stage and everything, he's all
He's
confident,
so-
he's doing the
yeah,
spinning.
yeah.
Meanwhile, whenever he's rehearsing this entire thing, he's like stumbling, he's getting frustrated with himself. He doesn't even know like how he's gonna sit during this talk show and everything. He's watching someone else do all these things that he's just planning on copying. So
You're not really. You're definitely not supposed to know.
no, for sure, it's a very ambiguous.
But also,
film,
like,
for sure.
would these social service people let his mom still be with him after this abuse? Like, is she even real? Does he
Right.
just imagine her?
Yeah,
Is the abuse part real?
yeah, I'm not sure.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, the abuse for
the-
sure.
the-
That's
the-
something.
So you think him finding
The medical
records
records.
were real?
Yeah.
I feel like it was.
The head trauma explains.
But then, if his mom wasn't
insanity.
real, how would he come
Yeah.
across it?
Yeah.
I guess
Well,
he
just
just
the abuse
imagined
in
his
general.
mom. I guess.
Well, how would he be in Murray if that whole thing?
That's true. Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking a lot of the movie doesn't
Wait,
even
here.
happen. I feel like the whole film he's in Arkham Asylum like he is at the very, very end of the film. And this is just the stuff they wrote down in his journal. I feel like that's essentially what it is. All his thoughts
I don't
of
know.
The established parts of him imagining these things, he was in those locations where he imagined it. Like
Mhm.
he was in the restaurant. It's just the girl wasn't there.
Yeah.
So what if he was at these places?
I feel like it was
at
kinda-
Park Murray.
yeah.
Some of that just didn't all happen that way
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
because they
It's-
established that
It's definitely
he's
a
at least
very
in these
ambiguous
places.
film, yeah. See, how I think it kind of works out is that he kills the 3 people on the subway, and then after that, he's kind of brought into Arkham Asylum. And then everything else from there on out, like the whole rioting and everything, it's kind of him envisioning, like, hey, I have this purpose. Everyone sees me as this big, giant figurehead
Oh,
and everything.
yeah.
Everyone
Like
finally sees me. I feel like it's
Yeah.
kind of what
Like
is
at the
actually
very
happening.
end of it, where
But I mean, there's also too many realizations after that, like about
Yeah.
him being adopted and all this.
Mhm.
So, I definitely don't think he was in Arkham. But after the 3 people were killed, I do think it definitely devolves into a lot of his
own
yeah.
kind of daydream, essentially.
I'd
Yeah.
say so.
Yeah. For one thing's for sure, I feel like it definitely deserves a second viewing to like really soak everything in.
Okay.
Because after that first viewing, we're all just kind of like,
Whoa,
Huh.
dude!
Yeah.
there was a lot to unpack there.
I'd
Yeah.
see it again.
For sure, yeah.
I'm hoping-
See it again at the theater though. I don't know. I think I might just wait till it's on something.
I don't know. I feel like
I'm
it's
hoping they have an
watching
extended
theaters.
cut of it.
I don't think it needs an extended cut because I know they cut out like 30 minutes of the film.
I want a
but
director's cut.
Oh yeah.
You think there needs to be more to
I just
the
want a
movie?
director's cut.
I
Not
feel
necessarily an extended one. I just
Uh-huh.
want to see what he wants in it.
Yeah, for sure. I could see that. Yeah, I feel like how the movie's presented itself is already pretty close to as
Yeah.
good as it can be.
I feel like he wouldn't put the flashback sequence in there.
No, yeah, I feel like the Waynes being in there. I feel like
Oh, yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
that wasn't really necessary.
not
That was
need to
another
be
thing we were talking about
at
yesterday
all.
after watching it.
Yeah, I was kind of shoehorned in.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like it was just kind of like fan service. Here you go.
Yeah. Here's the Waynes. Oh, this
Exactly,
ties in.
because the rest of the movie is from his perspective. Like even like the medical like examinations
Mhm.
with his mom and everything. Like he's literally in the scene as if this is
Yeah.
like what he's reading and everything, like recounting it or something. But he's nowhere to be present in the Wayne shooting. So I feel like that was just something that was kind of tacked on in
Definitely.
there for like a reshoot or something.
It was intertwined well into the story.
Yeah.
The way they fit it in there was well done, but it didn't.
It didn't have to be in there. It was kind of tacked on for sure. Yeah. Anything else that you guys want to discuss about the film? I did like the soundtrack.
Oh,
the
yeah.
staircase.
Yeah.
The staircase song was bad.
Yeah.
That didn't fit in.
Oh,
He
you
was
mean
on
the
staircase.
Wiley pep rally?
Yeah.
Hey. Da-da-da-da.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
Yeah.
But then it came back to that. What's the instrument called?
Violin.
The violin going like.
That was pretty. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, they should have done that for the whole
It
thing.
was kind of like
It was
haunting.
so
Yeah.
like vague and.
It didn't
nice.
fit the time period. That
It
they
didn't
shot
fit the
movie
tone
in
like
either.
the rest.
There isn't
the
really
rest
a
of the
time
songs
period
were very
for
old.
Batman.
Yeah, but except for the pep rally song, as I call it, because at our school pep rallies, that's literally what they play at every single pep rally.
Go, old dogs.
Hey,
Yeah.
Oh man, good times.
Haven't won a
I'm
game in 2
graduating.
years. Da-da-da.
You were right? Yeah, my graduating class is the last time we won a football.
Yeah.
It was my graduating class.
Your
yeah,
graduating
and then-
but it was,
Oh, I'm
it was
sorry,
like a very, very.
I'm sorry. Yes. My graduating class is the last time we made it to state, which was like also the
Yeah.
first time we made it to state in like what was it, 9 years or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Something like
Good luck,
Yeah.
Wiley.
since 2004. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty rough.
But yeah, I like the soundtrack. Some of the cinematography was like really pretty.
Oh, yeah.
I know we were talking
Him
about
on
it.
the floor
Does-
with the white makeup and the blood.
Yeah.
That was like.
Does
cool.
Joker have a time period though, or is it set?
1981 is what it was
Yeah,
set.
81.
81.
I was thinking earlier.
Oh, you were thinking like in the 70s or something?
Yeah.
I do like that they brought out the original Warner Brothers logo for the start of the film.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, the film's set in 81.
Cinematography was good though.
Huh.
During the train sequence with the flashing lights.
Yeah,
I thought that was super
that's pretty cool.
Ooh, that was cool.
Yeah,
Why'd they pick 1981? Do you know?
I think I'm not too
Probably
sure.
just way back to comic type thing.
The music
Maybe.
was before the 80s for sure.
You think? Yeah.
I was feeling like 60s.
So the music too, yeah. That's what I was feeling with the music, like
I
60s.
feel like there'd be music that'd be kind of popular, you know? Like, you still have, like, 80s music that's really popular. And everything.
Right.
I
So
guess
it's
that's
still
true,
in,
yeah.
like, that kind of...
That makes sense.
It's still in that kind of era where that music would still be...
And it's
Yeah.
an alternate
prevalent.
reality in a city that doesn't really exist.
Exactly, yeah, for sure. But, yeah, how'd you feel whenever he killed those people on the subway train?
That was so well done. That was
Yeah.
so cool.
That was
Oh,
pretty
especially them crawling away on the.
Yeah.
That was like.
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah.
Because
Nazi
the
zombies.
first one, it's like, okay, that's kind of self-defense right there. But then he just like unloads 2 more bullets on the other guy, and he's hunting down the third one essentially.
Yeah,
It's like,
that
The
was
first 2 guys were more or less self-defense. The last,
The third one,
the last one that was
Whoa.
that was
yeah,
second.
that was him like just breaking it at that
Oh,
point.
yeah.
Like that's where his true colors were actually coming out, where he's just hunting the dude, just unloading the rounds, the rest of his
It's
bullets.
just
and, like,
crawling up the stairs.
Even though I think the bullet count was off right there. Yeah,
Was it?
I
No,
think
it was
so.
6. I counted.
Was it 6?
Yeah.
I counted 2. So the
Two on
first
the train and then.
headshot.
3 in the train.
It was 3 on the train, and then the dude
Got
gets
his
shot.
foot,
away.
and then 2 more times.
Was it 2 more times? I thought it was 3 more times.
Yeah, I was counting.
Okay, I thought I counted like 7 or 8 or
For
something.
some reason, I was counting during that.
No, I
I was
count
curious.
bullet
it's-
shots.
I was
too.
very curious.
Yeah,
It
I-
definitely emptied. It wasn't
for sure,
an
for sure.
excessive amount of bullets.
Yeah.
Could have been an 8 shooter.
Right? Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I like that. One of my favorite bits. I think it's like really the only like genuinely comedic moment in the entire film.
The midget part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was well done too.
But they kind of like they had to do that.
It was kind of like
There's
it was
no way
like
you
it was
could-
like a funny, but it was like I feel bad for laughing because the situation is so.
It's so
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And this poor random guy is just in there. I can't read
He's in the corner
Well, you weren't
crying.
the only one who was laughing though. Like
Oh, I'm
everybody
so
was
glad he
laughing
didn't
in
kill
theater.
I'm so glad he didn't kill him.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna,
felt
like,
that
just
was gonna
kinda
be
He
kill him.
kisses him on the head. You were doing nice to me.
Right?
Yeah.
And he was
And
like
then,
the
he,
one
and then he couldn't reach the lock, so he had to have him unlock it for him.
Yeah, after he just beat a dude's face in.
He deserved it. He deserved it.
For sure. Yeah, I thought it was just gonna be like one stab with the scissors, and I was like, okay, that's it. And then it was like, no,
Straight to the eye.
It was the neck, then the eye, and then his head gets taken off. And I was like, okay.
way-
And
the
then
way
he
that-
just kept on like beating his head
Yeah.
into the wall. That's where I was like, oh.
And then he
right.
slumps down and he's got all that white makeup. That
Yeah.
shot was so cool.
That entire build up to that moment was just creepy. Like, you know how he's just kind of like fidgeting in the doorway and everything.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
that?
yeah, that
As
was-
if he's like,
Oh,
like he's
like
kind of
a-
like antsy and everything, like trying to like really keep
Like,
something.
am I
like,
gonna
under
do
wraps.
it? Am I, yeah.
Exactly. So
Oh,
I love
how
little moments
skinny
like
he
that.
was really just worked.
Right? Yeah, for sure. I
That's
think
so
he definitely was
unsettling.
the creepiest whenever it was just the white face makeup and everything, for sure.
Very unsettling.
Yeah. So I think they did a great job with it.
For me, he didn't feel like the Joker to that last bit,
Exactly. Yeah.
where he like dyed his hair and all that.
Mhm.
But I mean,
And I think that's the point of the movie
Yeah.
right there is
Yeah.
because at that point you've been in the entire film. He's like, oh, I'm Arthur Fleck, and he finds out, oh, well, that's not even his name or anything like that.
It's Happy,
he-
right?
Hmm?
He says Happy. Was his name?
It's
Happy?
Arthur.
No, well,
Oh.
as in like last name and everything like that. It's not Fleck. He was
Oh,
adopted and everything. So as an idea for him, he doesn't even have that identity now. So all that he's left with
Is this
Joker.
laughing?
Yeah, exactly. Is what
He's
Murray
accepted the
called him on the
laughing.
TV
Yeah,
show, being
yeah.
the Joker and everything. So that's all that he has left to him, and so that's where he's like, screw it, I'm a clown essentially. And so,
The comedy and tragedy line. That was cool.
yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the My Life Was a Tragedy. Not so fucking comedy. Yeah, I thought that was pretty good.
The laughing. Oh.
Yeah, the laugh was definitely like the
So tasty.
best part of that entire performance, right? I really liked it.
Everything he did was fantastic.
Yeah, it was definitely an amazing performance. Would you say it is Oscar worthy?
I haven't seen enough movies this year to.
Haven't seen enough movies to like really quantify that.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
I'd say so too. I think it was a pretty good performance.
Oscars are a total joke, though.
No, they are for sure.
But
Well,
It's essentially a presidential campaign. Whichever studio pays the most money gets the award. Essentially.
Worthy, I'd say so. He deserves a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, definitely. I think it definitely deserves the
Well,
recognition.
what kind of drove the whole movie was his acting. Like,
For sure, yeah.
how-
He definitely carries the entire movie on his shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say it's deserving of an out.
And he said during an interview that
Yeah, I think so too.
he said during an interview that it was easy because he could do whatever he wanted to and it would fit because the Joker's so crazy.
Yeah.
I like his wild card. He's like, yeah, I'm just
Pretty
gonna
much.
play around with this
Yeah.
character. Joaquin Phoenix is talented.
For
He
sure.
did a lot
definitely.
of like he watched people with like that laughter problem too.
Yeah, I've seen the YouTube videos that he probably ended up watching because if you search up like pathological laughter, it's really only 2 videos that pop up. And his
So it
laugh
is real?
sounds
It is
just
a real thing?
Oh yeah, it's an actual condition.
It sounds like they're trying to
But-
stop it, but they can't.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can see in the actual video, the dude's like choking essentially because he can't breathe because he's just laughing this whole time. And so it's kind of like unsettling and everything because of how perfect Joaquin Phoenix nails that laugh. It really sounds like the actual medical condition where it's just painful.
Killed it. Oh my god.
Definitely.
Have y'all seen him in any other movies?
Not
None that I can immediately recall
Yeah.
right now.
Me and Pete watched her.
That's one I really want to watch.
Oh, you didn't?
I haven't seen her. I know Katie
But I
watched
want
it.
to.
I got Case and I got Caden to watch it.
Okay.
And I plan on watching.
Really,
I just
really,
haven't watched it yet.
really good.
I really want to watch it. I have for quite a while. I just never had the opportunity to, and now it's on Netflix, and I really need to get on it.
Probably favorite love story.
Yeah?
It's good.
I don't know.
I'd say La La Land takes that.
Shrek 2.
I-
No.
Shrek 2. It's a pretty good one.
It's up there with Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is freaking great. I love that. That's another good one. It's another good love story kind of movie. Well, I can't think of anything.
There's a lot of crap when it comes to love stories.
Yeah,
There's a lot of crap.
Yeah.
The Nope.
The Notebook's actually pretty good.
I've actually never seen
I-
it. Never watched it.
I only watched it. I think it took me up until like a year and a half ago to watch it. And
I've seen
It's
snippets
not
of
bad.
it, but
yeah, like I had seen snippets of it, and then that was the first time I actually got to watch it.
Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting
Oh
is
my
amazing.
God, that's a good
I love
movie.
that movie. That's really good. Love it, love it, love it. How do you like them apples? It's like one of my favorite bits out of the entire film.
I love the Matt Damon.
Yeah, Matt Damon did a great job in that movie.
He had a lot to do with the writing, didn't he?
Yeah, he and Ben Affleck wrote it. If I remember right, Matt Damon was taking a theater class at, I don't remember what school it was, but he was taking some theater classes at like one of these really big colleges. I don't think it's Harvard. I don't think it was Harvard. Maybe it was. I don't know. I don't know what classes Harvard offers. I know it's a lot of lawyer stuff over there.
Okay.
But yeah, he was taking a theater class over there, and they were supposed to write a 1-act play, and
They just kept it. Just
yeah, he and Ben
going.
Affleck just kind of kept going with it, and they were like, "Well, here's an entire movie."
They went to film school together.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if they went to school together or if they were just friends, but
Oh, really?
that's definitely where they both jumped in there.
Huh.
Yeah. So
Oh, that would make sense.
yeah,
That definitely makes
definitely.
sense.
So I think that's why everyone wanted Matt Damon to play Robin whenever Ben Affleck was cast as Batman. Oh man, did you guys ever see any of those movies?
The original Batman movies.
No, just Batman versus Superman with Ben
Oh,
Affleck
yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
I watched.
I didn't like
Man of
Batman
Steel,
versus
I didn't
Superman.
Yeah.
No, I hate Batman vs Superman. It's one of my least favorite movies of all time, and it really pains me whenever I see people on Instagram like release the Snyder Cut because I know for a fact
It's not gonna be better.
it'd be awful. It'd be trash essentially. Trash Brock.
Yeah.
But
It's the wrong universe.
right. Man, I feel like our
Man of
camera's gonna
Steel.
shut off.
Man of
Here,
Steel was not good.
I thought Man of Steel was fine. It's not great, but it's not
We're at
bad.
28 minutes. I think it's.
We're at 28 minutes, so we got like 2 minutes before our cameras automatically shut off. We have to
Yeah.
reset them. I say we reset them now.
We should go ahead. Yeah.
Might as well.
Man of Steels are leaving off spot.
I've been wondering about that for like a week.
All right.
Okay.
That was a good one right there.
We'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so we're back.
After our short break.
Yeah, after our short break. I got a coffee with Sonic on it.
Meow.
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 I'm kidding. It's not a coffee. It's just chocolate milk in a hot coffee cup because it's easier for him to draw on this. But yeah. So yeah.
Spider-Man's back.
One more question. What would you all rate the Joker real quick?
8 out of 10.
8?
7 out of 10.
I say an 8 out of 10.
You 8.
7.5. Okay, 8.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
All right.
Surprise we all came around to the same.
Right? I was thinking about it yesterday. I'd give it an 8. I thought it was pretty
Yeah,
good.
it was-
But yeah,
It was
so
good, but there's better stuff.
An 8, I am going to buy it when it comes out.
for sure, I'll definitely buy it on Blu-ray too.
I'll buy it in
I agree.
4K.
I have the poster in my room. That's an 8 for me.
It's pretty good. I got the poster. you
Best
guys.
movie I've ever seen in 4K was Wonder
I got the free poster
Wonder
from
Woman?
the
Woman. We
theater.
had a
That'd be
4K
a pretty cool
TV.
one.
It was wow.
I feel like that'd be pretty cool.
I heard
But,
that was the best of the DC.
Wonder Woman
I
was
liked
good.
it until the third act because the third act I thought was just a little too.
Wait, what are we talking about
goofy.
now?
I heard that was the best one.
Wonder Woman.
We're getting a little bit off track.
We are.
Yeah.
We are.
So Spider-Man.
My bad.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's back.
Thank
As
Yeah.
well as J.K. Simmons.
Thank God. I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of was happy when I heard Sony got him. I'm
Yeah?
not joking.
Yeah, because you're
Disney
not
has-
you're not a big fan of the MCU Spider-Man.
I'm not a big fan of
Iteration.
Sony's either.
No.
It's just
Well, what about the Raimi trilogy? Did you like?
That's
those?
the exception. That's the
doesn't matter. I
exception.
love them.
Okay, yeah. So that
Those
that
are
is a
probably
Sony
some of
rendition.
My favorite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. It was.
Well, okay, I guess it is more of a Raimi rendition because if you think about it, Sony
He had
made
so much control.
Sony had more creative control over the Amazing Spider-Man movies than the director Mark Webb did. So I guess those are more Sony movies. But yeah, for sure.
How did
so-
it happen?
How did it happen?
Yeah.
So essentially, they were like, "Oh yeah, talks are over," and I guess Tom Holland last second was like, after D23, the Disney Comic-Con convention
Yeah.
thingy that they have.
Yeah.
I guess he was like, "Hey, can we like talk about this a little bit more?" He went to Bob Iger, chairman of Disney Studios. I hate him.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny. He's going on. He was on Jimmy Kimmel the other night or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, and he's like giving they're asking like, "Oh well, I heard Tom Holland had a big hand in getting Spider-Man back," and Bob Iger's spinning it like, "Yeah, we did it for the fans and everything like that. Definitely wasn't for the money because we definitely care about
Money's
the
the reason
fans."
why it happened in the first place.
Right, exactly. Friggin' Disney being grubby and greedy over more money.
Disney.
It's just because they own it.
And it's
Disney,
based
stop.
Right, please.
Disney,
I'm
stop.
gonna have to work for you one day if I want a career in film. It's gonna have
Yeah,
to
they have
happen.
what, like 70% of the film industry.
Right.
That's why I was happy.
45% of the entire entertainment industry.
Which is nuts.
The entire entertainment industry. They own all of Hulu. They own 60% of Hulu after they bought Fox
Oh,
out,
that
and then they're like, "Well,
hurts.
we own this much, so why not buy out the rest?" So they bought the rest of it from Viacom and
That's so
Comcast
gross.
and whatnot. And so yeah, they own all of Hulu. So now they own Disney Plus and Hulu.
I don't
That's
want
not
a
good.
monopoly on
Mhm.
movies.
That is not good at all.
No, it's not. Yeah, Disney's totally monopoly. but
God.
but
Somebody needs to like
We
separate
need to take down
we
Disney.
need
Yeah.
to. We really do.
Yeah.
Guys, Disney's the beta cucks.
Yeah.
Dude, Paris, we gotta rise up. We gotta rise up against the man. But
we all go to Disney World in clown masks.
I think they kicked us out though because they don't like people dressing up in costumes over there. Like if you wear like a say you wear a Spider-Man costume over there, they'll kick you out.
That is so
Really?
lame.
That's lame.
Well, they don't want they don't want people taking pictures with you instead of the actual people that.
That's lame.
It is kind of a stupid thing for sure. I think the only time that they let you kind of sort of dress up is like during their Halloween parade or something like that.
Their theme stuff, yeah.
Exactly. That's the only time that they'll really let you like kind of dress up. But other than that, you're not allowed essentially. But so Tom Holland went to Bob Iger and he's like, "Hey, can we talk about this? There's like a lot of people who are like really being vocal about wanting this story to continue and wrap up and everything.
Especially after how far
Yeah, how Far From Home ends and everything. It
Yeah.
would be a giant weird.
just to stop after
Yeah.
they released his
That ending
identity.
was gross.
I've got mixed feelings about it. I love J.K. Simmons. I feel like it was way too early
Yeah.
about Spider-Man as Peter Parker.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
issue with it. I feel like it was way too early.
I agree.
I didn't.
It was like yo, it's J.K. Simmons, and what did they just do? Why did they do
exactly.
that?
Right. That was exactly.
Yeah.
I
They
felt-
decided
Yeah,
to
me
say
too.
that.
But so after going to Bob Iger's, Tom Holland went to Sony's chairman, who since I don't hear as much about Sony, I don't know his name. But he
Some
went to that-
Japanese dude.
Well, no, it was
it's an
Sony
American
Pictures.
one?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Sony Pictures. So he goes up to him and he's like, "Hey, can we continue negotiations on this end and everything? Get you guys to work something out." And so he just kind of went back and forth between the two of them and everything, trying to work something out. And eventually they were like, "Okay, fine, we'll do this. We'll do one more Spider-Man movie and then one more Spidey appearance in a Marvel-produced film, so a Disney movie essentially, because technically the home trilogy, I guess, is what it is. That's all from Sony. Technically, they
Yeah,
produced
yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
even though Marvel's creative team had a big hand in making those movies, but Sony produced it, so it's Sony's movie. So one more appearance in a Spider-Man solo film, and then one more appearance in a Marvel-produced movie. is the deal. And I feel like why that deal's a thing is because it's essentially whenever that Spider-Man 3 comes out, that movie I feel like is going to make a lot of money because Far From Home made $1 billion. So I feel like this movie's only going to make more because, oh boy, it's what everyone wants. Tom Holland's back in the role and everything.
Talking about
exactly. So it's going to have all that revenue come in. And I feel like whenever that happens, Disney's going to essentially be like, hey, remember how last time your movie made $1 billion and we wanted a bigger cut of that? Yeah. Let's try for that now. Well, you don't want to cooperate again? Well, we're just going to pull out of, we're just not going to use Spider-Man in our continuity anymore. But remember, we have that contractual obligation that we could use Spider-Man in one more Marvel-produced movie so we can write him out cleanly at that point.
Yeah.
That way you don't have this whole idea of, oh, Spider-Man just disappeared.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's literally what that deal is it's not a good thing.
It's just
like,
we
hey,
need this to be safe.
Yeah, exactly. It's their collateral damage essentially, or
if
their.
we don't make a shit ton of money,
we might make more movies.
Spider-Man won't die.
Exactly. Pretty much. Yeah, we won't write him into another universe.
I love this Spider-Man though. He's my favorite probably.
I think Tom Holland definitely has the most energy with it. I think. I feel like
he's not a very good Peter Parker.
I feel like he's.
It's
yeah,
a different.
I feel like Tom.
He's not nerdy. He's not awkward enough.
He's too.
Yeah, a little too.
He's too hot.
Well, that's the argument that I guess you can make with all of them and everything, especially with Andrew Garfield. Which I feel
it's
like
a different spin on Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Tobey
for sure.
Maguire, Parker.
Tobey Maguire.
I feel like Tobey Maguire nails like the kind of awkward, shy guy and everything like that perfectly.
He could've been
I feel like
a
Tom
little
Holland's the perfect Spider-Man. You know how he's like constantly talking and everything like that. He's not an asshole
he's being
like
good
Andrew
at what he's
Garfield
doing.
is.
He does really good job. His performance has been, honestly, I can't picture it being any other way. I'm just not a fan of it.
Just not a big fan of how they tied him into the story and everything. Yeah. I feel that. Because I feel like if it came down to it, like if I gotta choose between Tom Holland's Spider-Man movies or the Raimi Spider-Man films, we're not gonna go with the Andrew Garfield ones because unfortunately those movies are a studio-produced mess.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Set those aside.
So I mean I gotta go with
They were
the
more
Tobey
focused
Maguire
on the
films.
humor side of it too.
Yeah, and Tom Holland's films for sure. Meanwhile, it felt more focused on character for the Raimi movies and everything, which I absolutely love. There's humor all throughout those movies, but ultimately the heart of the film is its characters and such, which I feel like Homecoming did a better job at kind of portraying that than Far From Home did. Because I feel like
I can agree with you.
Because I feel like Homecoming had the whole thing of like Peter Parker, the entire movie is trying to be like Iron Man, essentially like that, and he gets the suit taken away from him, and he gets the pajamas, which I think from that point is where the movie kind of goes from being a joke to taking itself more seriously, which I absolutely love when movies do that.
I prefer Homecoming.
Yeah, I do too.
Far From Home was just teen comedy, boring filmmaking.
Yeah, because I feel like Homecoming was kind of like by the end of the movie, he's like, well, I don't need to be Iron Man. I'm me. I'm Spider-Man. That's enough. You know, I'm gonna look out for the little guy and everything like that. And I absolutely love that. I feel like it was a great coming of age story for Peter Parker to kind of like start getting his footing into being Spider-Man and everything.
And then he wears the suit in Infinity War.
Yes, he takes the suit in Infinity War.
Yeah.
Which for the
after.
For the focus of plot, all right, that's fine. That's all right. I can live with that. But then he keeps it in Far From Home, which I don't know why, but I hate the look of the Iron Spider suit in Far From Home. I think his head is a little too small, or his like lats are too
I
wide.
don't like how the suit looks in general.
I think it looked fine in Infinity War.
Homecoming, it looked.
The CG in Homecoming? Yeah, for sure. No, the CG in Homecoming was awful.
I like the hoodie Spider-Man suit thing.
Which a lot of the stunts in that suit was actually CG.
Really?
That's so dumb.
But here's the thing, you don't notice it though.
Yeah,
even if it is stupid, even if it is stupid, you don't notice it because whenever we watched it with Caden for the first time, you mentioned, well, the Stark suit looks so weird because there's no wrinkles in it. Yeah. And I think that's the biggest reason why it looks so weird is because there's no like actual shape to it. It's just glued to his body. The Amazing Spider-Man suit looks great, and there's a wonderful tech demo reel or whatever. Yeah, and just them talking about how the suit and everything, how they have a muscle structure underneath where if he swings his arm, his bicep kind of jiggles because, you know, it's meteor and everything like that. There's a tech demo where they show his leg stomp and his thigh kind of like moves around and everything too. And they have the fabric kind of wrapped on top of that to be a little bit looser, not skin tight, but just enough to where if he were to punch his arm out, you could see the fabric kind of bunch up whenever he pulls his arm back, which is why it looks amazing. And watching that tech demo reel, or whatever, it's like a 17-minute long video on YouTube that you can find. a lot of Spider-Man in that movie CG. Kind of like how in Homecoming and Far From Home, how a lot of him is digitally replaced with CG.
Yeah.
A lot of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 was replaced with CG as well. But it looks so much more seamless because it has shape and physics and form to it.
I don't think about the CG in those movies. It's done
exactly,
very well.
Exactly, yeah.
It's just so
The
soulless.
swinging.
Exactly.
The swinging from building to building looks really cool too.
Yeah.
I like that.
One thing I will say that Far From Home did, like as an improvement over Homecoming, was definitely the action sequences. I think the action sequences, they're a lot more entertaining to watch for
The
sure.
choreography was really good.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun.
Like just the way that he'd like swing through the building, whatever, the clock towers like kind of crumbling or whatever, like was pretty entertaining to watch because
the
there was
Mysterio like illusion.
really well done.
The illusion
Yeah.
scene was great.
That was
the
yeah,
most
it's the
impressive
standout part.
part.
Yeah, it's a standout part of that entire movie to me. I was like losing my mind, like that's probably the second most I was like fanning out during that movie.
Yeah, it
First
was
being
so-
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, damn it.
Spoiler warning for Far From Home.
Spoiler warning for any movie we
It's a
talk
spoiler
about.
podcast. This is a spoiler podcast.
Yeah, spoiler cast.
Real talk spoilers.
Yeah, real spoiler talk. There we go.
You wanna
Since there's
move
two other
into-
guys on Spotify that apparently used our name after us.
After we
had it
created it in
first. Well, he had it
2007.
Yeah, I had it first, 2017 Justice League. I think it was in November. Or
Now,
so.
now we sue those other guys.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because I have the power to do that. There will be real spoiler talk. Spoiler being in parentheses.
Like really small.
Yes, I like that.
Are we gonna move into Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, or do we have?
Yeah, yeah. Let's move on to that. Well, so yeah, how do you guys feel about Spider-Man being back in the
Oh,
news?
yeah.
That was our overall talk.
yeah.
Branch
Yeah,
off.
you're right.
I'm a big fan of Spider-Man, so
I'm excited to see them at least wrap up the story. Which,
Yeah, that's what I'm with.
yeah, that's what I'm excited
Because
for.
I'm not the biggest fan of the MCU Spider-Man, but I'm glad that they're finishing it because I hate just cliffhangers.
Loose ends, yeah, it kind of sucks. The only one that I'd be okay with was Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man because like, hearing ideas for what they had for the Amazing Spider-Man 3 was
bad.
awful.
They were bad.
Oh yeah, there was that the police officer.
Dennis Leary was giving an interview.
He's
and
gonna
like,
be
there
like a
was
zombie or something.
Yeah, there was ideas that Peter Parker was going to develop some formula that could bring back people who died, except probably Uncle Ben because he's got to stay dead. But but bring back Captain Stacy and Gwen Stacy for sure. And I think there was ideas that Gwen Stacy would come back with spider
It just
powers,
sounds
supposedly, and then they'd spin her off into Spider-Gwen.
Yeah.
Because you know how with The Amazing Spider-Man 2 it was essentially a trailer for all the ideas that Sony had for their spin-off movies. They were going to make an Aunt May solo movie where before she was raising Peter Parker, she was a member of S.H.I.E.L.D., but since they didn't have the rights to S.H.I.E.L.D., they were going to just make it some random spy agency. I'm not kidding about this. This is real.
What?
I kind of wish this happened.
Sony denied it.
Yeah.
Sony denied it happened, like that plan.
kind of wish on writing though to like.
It was in those emails that got leaked. That it was for sure.
I kind of wish all these happened.
Yeah,
that'd be one you just watch and just laugh at because it's so stupid.
Yeah, exactly. Which now Sony is still kind of trying to do that entire cinematic universe of their own. They're developing a Madam Web spin-off.
Madam Web.
What the problem?
Yeah, Madam Web.
Yeah.
Do you remember the animated Spider-Man series from the 90s? She's not a big character at all. She's literally someone that talks to Spider-Man every now and then. She's like, oh, I'm this all-seeing eye kind of character or whatever. And
What?
Yeah, she's not an interesting character at all. She's a very sideline character that pops up every now and then.
Why is there
More
like
for exposition, but they're trying to make an entire movie out of her. I don't.
Why is that in Spider? That doesn't sound like Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's more on like the cosmic side of it all.
Oh.
Yeah, but
But he's back and I'm glad.
yeah, I'm at least excited
'Cause
to
you
see
can't-
the story wrap up.
Just keep Spider-Man in New York. And
Yeah.
Don't put him in space.
Months away. Yeah, we almost had a guy just walk in on our set.
Did we really?
Yeah.
He looked at it. I don't know why he's leaving. I mean, it's a whole other section right
Yeah, he looked through this door and then just
He really
walked
wanted to
off.
sit in here with the windows.
I guess.
That was nice. But yeah. So
I wish Sony had a Disney.
He's brought like a board
I'm not
game.
a Disney fan.
I think he wanted to play some board game in here.
Oh yeah, you're right. He does
Sorry,
have one.
Disney has too much control over.
No, for sure. I feel like they definitely have their hand too far into it and everything
yeah.
like that. I kind of wish that Spider-Man was a little bit more independent, and I'm kind
I
of
do
hoping
too.
that with this movie, it's kind of like that. I feel like I'm going to talk about.
Have
it
you heard
here,
the
but,
multiverse idea?
everyone talks about
Can
that.
we not? Can we not?
I think it was
I don't think we need a live action Spider-Verse.
Multiverse theory.
I feel like Spider-Verse works so well as an animated
Oh.
property.
It was a good movie. It was
Amazing.
the best animated movie that I've seen.
I picked that up
By
on Blu-ray.
far.
I pre-ordered that on Blu-ray. As soon as I saw it.
I noticed the other day whenever I picked up Far From Home on Blu-ray because I have all the other Spider-Man movies, so you know, I've got
you
to
might
own
as
this
well.
one. Yeah, I've got to own this one even if it's not my absolute favorite. But whenever I picked it up on Blu-ray, I have it on Steelbook, and that made me realize I own every Spider-Man movie on a Steelbook copy except for Spider-Verse because I couldn't pre-order it for whatever reason off of Best Buy.
Oh, okay. I
yeah,
think I pre-ordered
so-
it from Best Buy.
That's the only Steelbook that I don't have for a Spider-Man movie, but I have
I
all the
didn't get a
others.
Steelbook.
I've got the Raimi trilogy on Steelbook. I've got the Amazing Duology on Steelbook. Far From Home.
You're just flexing on all our listeners.
So what are they gonna do?
I am.
Yeah, buy Steelbooks.
Be impressed by my Steelbook collection, guys. So got it from Best Buy. Best Buy
Insert
sponsors me.
picture here.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do for a sequel? For
Here's my idea of what I'd kind of like to see for a Far From Home sequel.
no. Far From Home for Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse?
Oh, for Spider-Verse?
Why
Yeah.
they?
I don't
They're
know.
making a sequel. I don't
They-
want.
yeah,
I don't think it
definitely.
should necessarily dive into the Spider-Verse right away, though. I feel like it should just be another Miles Morales story. But I don't think it necessarily needs to be like, oh, here's all these Spider people that are coming in. But I think that's kind of what they're going to do.
Then
I
what
bet
about
it's gonna be another
Miguel?
big cast of characters.
Exactly. Yeah.
Probably
What about
bigger than
Miguel?
this one.
Yeah.
Because
I feel like they're going to bring him back for it.
yeah.
Yeah. Oscar Isaac as Spider-Man 2099. I feel like they'll definitely bring him back for sure.
What's next on the list?
Tarantino.
Tarantino. Yeah. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This is something that we've been wanting to talk
That's one
about.
of my favorite movies.
Oh.
It's pretty good.
First Tarantino film I saw, so I was like, this movie's all over the place. You're like, that's how they are. I was like, no. Okay.
It's not my favorite Tarantino film. That would have to go to Inglourious Bastards.
That's a good
I
movie.
really, really love that movie.
It's fantastic.
That is
It's
like my
done so
favorite
well.
from him.
In
Yeah.
every way.
I think that was the last movie that his usual editor worked on too before she passed, if I remember right.
Oh yeah. I think
Yeah, and I think that's why a lot of people are like, oh, well, Tarantino movies after that just kind of feel different a little bit.
I'd agree.
Yeah, so,
I have to go back and start watching Tarantino.
yeah, Inglourious Bastards.
I
That's
watched
watched
that, Pulp Fiction, and stuff like that.
I haven't seen all of Pulp Fiction. Whoops.
It's good.
Yeah, I need to watch it.
They are on Netflix though, so.
Yeah, that's for sure, definitely. But yeah, I enjoyed the movie. I do agree, it's not like a very plot-focused film where it's like, here's like this escalating plot or anything.
It's characters.
It's very
Characters,
episodic,
here's what they
is what it feels like.
Episodic.
Yeah, like
I'd say so. Yeah, like these different conflicts.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like like a different conflict in each act and everything. It's like, hey, here's this issue that they're all going with and everything, and then here is this happening now, and
I
now
agree.
there's the ranch and everything.
It's long, and I'm glad.
It is a very long movie. Yes.
It
It's
doesn't,
been
it
so
doesn't,
long
it
in
doesn't,
character
it doesn't
development.
feel
It doesn't-
long.
yeah, it doesn't feel
It
long
doesn't
at
feel
all.
long at
So
all.
much character development.
It was pretty good.
Which is different for Tarantino.
Yeah.
Usually it's conflict.
Definitely for sure. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Not my, like I said, not my favorite Tarantino movie.
I'd say it's mine.
mine.
I'd say it's mine.
Really?
Yeah.
It's mine because it's the only one I've
I love the ending.
It's shot on
Beautiful.
film. It's shot on 35mm film, isn't it?
I'm not 100% certain about that.
It's
If it
film.
is-
I'm sure it is. I know
it is,
Tarantino
that's
filmed Hateful Eight on film, so it wouldn't surprise me if he managed
Hateful
to do that
Eight's
again.
good.
I haven't seen the Hateful Eight. I know there's an extended cut on
I don't think I've seen that.
Netflix though, so that's probably what I'm gonna end up
I
watching.
think theatrical cut and extended cut.
Which one would you prefer?
I haven't seen both.
Oh, you
I
haven't
think
seen
I've just
both?
seen the theatrical.
Okay. Yeah, I need. I'm probably just gonna watch the extended cut whenever I get around to it.
It's, that's long, isn't
Yeah, it
it?
is.
It's a crazy long.
Yeah. But
Oh, it's episodic. I think it's cut into episodes. I saw it once.
yes, yeah, it says like season one on there,
yeah.
and what I remember of like glancing at it, it was like episode or part 1, part 2, part 3 or something. Because I think the movie is kind of like a.
What is this?
Like here's
Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight.
Oh, it's episodic.
No, the
On
extended cut.
Netflix. Yeah, the extended cut is. It's split up into different segments.
It's
Like,
Is it
parts
that
and everything.
long?
how long? I'm sure it is.
Like,
I think it's like 4 hours or something like that.
dang.
The extended cut.
Extended cut.
I could be wrong. That might be
That's a
extended
lot of
version.
footage too. but-
Right.
I'll have to watch
But
it.
I do absolutely love the ending of that movie.
It's good.
Just how over the top and absurd it is.
Goes
I love.
into his storage den, pulls out a flame.
Right? That's his
Yeah.
first reaction.
A functioning flamethrower.
That's his first
Yeah,
reaction
so-
to this woman falling into his pool. I'm just gonna grab a flamethrower and roast her.
He's talking to his neighbor afterwards, like, how hard?
torched that hippie.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, that guy's out there not good. Yeah, we're fine. I mean,
Yeah, is everyone okay?
torched her.
I mean, with the buddy and his dog killed 2 of them hippies, and I torched the last one with a flamethrower, but we're alright. Wait, you mean torched? Yeah, I got a flamethrower in my shed. Thank God it still works.
And it's fictional, but it's like it's
set in
based-
reality.
Yeah, it's set around
This
a disturbing event,
retelling.
I think.
Was it
How
San
many Glorious
Francisco?
Bastards was?
Oh yeah.
It was LA.
okay.
Hollywood. No, yeah. No, yeah.
Edit that out.
But
It looked great.
It was a fun movie.
It was.
Oh, it's so pretty.
It was.
It's so pretty.
Yeah.
So a lot of feet.
I like the.
We got
That was weird though.
DiCaprio's toes. I appreciated that.
Yeah.
Right, it wasn't too heavily
Yeah.
leaning towards one gender.
Want me to suck your cock while driving?
Oh yeah, that was.
I didn't like her at all. She was gross.
She's.
That's-
I had a bit of a
She's
freak
a
out
real
on her.
person.
What's that?
She's a real person. She's based on a real person.
Was she?
Pussy? She's based on Kitty from
Yeah.
the Manson Club.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I had a bit of a freak out whenever I saw her because I had literally just watched the movie The Nice Guys like a couple days before
I
that,
haven't seen that.
and it's an amazing movie, man. That is a really, really good one. It is it's a black comedy from the director of Iron Man 3, and he wrote it too, Shane Black. Really, really good. Essentially, like this string of murders in the porn industry are happening, and so Ryan Gosling
Whoa,
and
what?
Russell Crowe are kind of like looking into like what's
Oh,
going on.
Russell
The Nice
Crowe
Guys
and Ryan
in a comedy.
Gosling about the porn industry.
It's amazing. It's really, really good. It's set during the 1970s and everything in LA or.
How was the porn industry back then? The 1970s porn industry.
There was definitely a lot more story leaning into it. That's for sure. Or at least in terms of this movie. But I'm getting a little bit off track. But she plays one of the major people that they're looking for in that movie. So I kind of freaked out whenever I saw her because I was like, hey, I just watched that movie the other day. And that's a good movie, and I really want to watch it again. It's hilarious. It's really, really good. Some whack ass jokes in there, but it's pretty good. But yeah,
I want to see the death of Dick Long.
I do want to see that. Yeah. Swiss Army Man, you need to finish that one.
I do.
It's a brilliant movie.
There's a lot of movies.
Yeah, you've never even seen. Have either?
I need to watch a lot of these
Swiss Army
movies.
Man?
It's on Netflix.
Swiss Army Man?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's on Amazon Prime too. I don't know Blu-ray though, so it doesn't really matter for me.
You're cool.
Very
Right.
very weird.
Oh, but I love it so. It's such an original idea too, which I
I'd say,
appreciate.
oh yeah.
It's like the most. It's kind of sad because if I think about it, that's the most original movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
You gotta dig into some.
I mean, maybe, or at least that's what I can immediately think of, you know? Because whenever I think of like movies, like so many films are like based
They
off
want
of
the same
pre-existing
idea.
ideas.
Yeah.
Like,
and Swiss Army Man. Whoa.
what could that be based off of and everything, right?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
What is it about?
Essentially, this guy gets stuck on a island after running away from home, and this body washes up on shore right before he's going to hang himself, to like because he's been stuck there for weeks. And the body, played by Daniel Radcliffe, brilliant.
Turns
brilliant.
into a farting jet ski that takes him to a different island.
Yes. Well, it gets him back to the mainland essentially, but he's stuck in this forest now. Swiss Army Man, because this body can do literally anything. And as
Oh, then it starts talking.
yeah, it starts coming back to life. It's really weird, but I swear to God, it's
And
one
he
of the
starts
best
turning
movies
it
to watch.
into a person again, but he's dead. It's a dead body. It's a corpse.
There's a very interesting way that
What's
I look
it
at
on
that movie.
though?
It's on Netflix, Amazon Prime. I think we should all watch it.
We need to make a list
I
of
absolutely-
movies that you must watch.
Yeah, Swiss
I'll
Army
watch it
Man
tonight.
is definitely on my list.
That sounds really good. I'll watch
Oh
it tonight.
no! It's an amazing movie. It's great. I love it. Holy cow! And it's so creative. I love the soundtrack of the movie because it's all a cappella.
Oh, the
And it's
soundtrack.
literally,
Oh, yeah, and
it's
it's
literally
start-
saying what's
singing
happening. It's
And
literally
they
saying
start
what's
singing
happening.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fun.
it's great.
It's a fun movie.
It is so creative. And
So it's definitely a comedy.
yes, but it has like a heart at the very center of it. That's
Okay.
kind of like yeah.
Okay.
It's got a deeper meaning
It's
to everything.
absurdist. It's very absurd.
It is. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Yeah, the film has a very stronger, deeper meaning to the entire thing that I absolutely love. Like, there's a couple different ways you can look at it.
We need a
everything.
movie for next week.
Yeah, Swiss Army Man. Let's talk about it.
We could.
I like it.
Let's do it. Let's find another one though.
Okay.
Yeah,
fair one.
multiple. We need multiple movies.
The Nice Guys. It's a pretty good one.
What's that one on again?
I don't think it's on anything. I just own it.
Oh, okay.
It's on the video account. So
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I really want to watch
it
Space Odyssey.
Space Odyssey. I need to watch that.
Ah, I love that movie. It's so confusing.
Yeah, I love that song.
I
Dude.
don't think
Those
I've
are
ever
cute.
seen it.
I've definitely never seen Space Odyssey. I want to. Is that Kubrick?
Yes.
That's Kubrick.
Yes. Yeah. It is.
Let me see
Do you think it's okay if we go on? Because we're already at 4:30.
Are we at 4:30?
We are.
And we
I think it's time to cut it off.
You think so?
Yeah, we're 25. Or yeah, we just hit 25 minutes.
All right,
Yes,
cool.
So
All right. Well then, I
Yes.
guess I'd say it was a productive day of discussing.
I would agree.
All right.
Yeah.
It's a good first
That was
podcast.
fun.
All right.
I
On a
love-
scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate this podcast? I'd give it like a -3.
Yeah.
It's trash. It sucks.
Yeah, awful. Who's gonna
bad.
subscribe to this?
This is so bad.
Jeez Louise.
Why are you
Subscribe to our
watching?
podcast.
Go watch a better movie.
Yeah, go. You know what? Don't even do that. Just go on my YouTube channel, watch the SpongeBob video, get me more views.
Oh,
We're
do
already
that.
at-
That's a-
that's a good one.
Best video
6,000
ever.
views so far.
Really?
So,
6.3.
6,300 is what Sam saw yesterday,
Nice.
last night
Oh,
at
wow.
Fuzzies. So.
Which is a lot.
That
Oh
is-
my god, that's the most I've ever gotten on a video. Right?
That's the most Caden's ever gotten. No, Caden isn't even in. Is Caden in your video?
Yeah. He's
Oh,
the
yeah,
partner.
yeah.
And he's your co-pilot.
Yeah.
I forget, y'all were in a plane.
Yeah.
You shared the screen together.
Well, I go on planes all the time. Not to brag.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he gets to fly for free.
Me
Mr.
too.
Rich
Mr.
kids.
Pilot's son.
Yeah.
Yeah, pilot.
We're both
children.
pilot sons. We're pretty
Gross.
much the same person.
Yeah, me and Sam are related.
You're like the cells that just split off.
He's my
They develop
bigger
the
brother.
exact same way.
We just have different dads and moms.
Oh.
My mom's not British, unfortunately.
That was
I
real
remember,
talk.
I remember Peter's mom calling me a little shit at the first birthday party I went to for Peter a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that's funny. I was like half asleep too. So
I'm getting
Yeah.
a call.
We gonna do an outro?
Yeah. Well, what's our outro gonna be? We didn't discuss this. We talked about an intro, but we didn't talk about an outro.
That was real talk. That was
And remember,
That's
subscribe.
right. It's great to be a wily bulldog.
We are not, no, absolutely not.
To wrap it up like Joker. Remember,
You get what you deserve.
that's life. Oh, I was going for something
Okay.
else. I was going for the Murray ending.
Oh.
Okay, that's it. That's all.
Okay.
It's
All right.
over.
Later, gamers. Later, gamer.